I think it's finally time for me to talk about YouTube Shorts. Now, Shorts have been around for a couple years on YouTube, and I mean, the reason is pretty obvious. You got this Chinese spyware app known as TikTok, and it's just bringing in billions of views a day. And so YouTube looked at that and said, hey, we can do that. We can do that too. We can make videos that are short and vertical. And so here we are. You know, it seems really common that anytime any of these social media platforms see that another platform is doing something that's working really well, every other platform wants to be like, hey, we gotta figure out a way to do this on our own. And so you can tell that Facebook is trying to turn into YouTube with their watch page. YouTube is trying to turn into TikTok with their short videos. Twitter wanted to be a dumpster fire like Facebook and ended up succeeding a little too well. But now we get into the problems with YouTube trying to implement what seems like a completely different app into their own already existing website. So first, let's talk about the problem with them trying to implement a YouTube watch page that's basically the mobile version, but that shows up on PC. So here I've got my Cats channel that I started, I don't even know when, maybe sometime last year. And I made it specifically just to try out the Shorts feature, and I have some weird things that I've noticed when working on it. So for a while, if you went and clicked on one of the Shorts videos, it would take you to an actual, the regular play page. But now, it's pretty much, there's no option. It'll just take you to this basically mobile version of this. And let me just tell you why I hate this style. I mean, first off, look at all the dead space on the screen. I mean, I'm almost surprised that they're still showing this sidebar with everything, but it's just like, they removed a bunch of features and yet left so much blank space in its place. So, okay, here's an issue I have with it. So, okay, you can hit play and you can hit pause, but there's no scrolling. You know, you can't fast forward or jump around in it. There's no options, so you can't even speed it up or slow it down. There's no volume control. It's either full volume or, muted. And if you want to look at the comments or the description, they're basically hidden away. So it seems a little bit pointless that they're just like, oh yeah, we're just going to make a YouTube player, but remove a whole bunch of features that you're used to having. I mean, it kind of makes sense on the mobile player because you don't want too much clutter when your entire screen is taken up by the video. You don't have extra space to put all the interface. But on the desktop, like, what's the actual point? Now, there is a little trick that I figured out, though. So if you look up here at the URL, it does say youtube.com/shorts/ the regular video code like any others would. And I found that if you just highlight the shorts and you change it to watch, you just type in watch in its place, and then hit enter, it'll take you to the exact same video but with the correct player, and where you can see the description and the comments and everything correctly. I mean, it's still kind of a hassle and it's kind of weird. I've also noticed that if I ever look through and I see another video that's considered a short, but if you click on it from the sidebar, it will always bring it up like in the regular player view. So I don't really understand it. If you watch it directly from the channel page, it will always put you in shorts view. But if you watch it from like the home page or a suggested, it will keep you in the regular view. But anyway, that's one issue that I have with it, is that it's trying to have like two different video players on the same website, and it does not transition very well between them. But now let's talk about actually marketing these shorts. So whenever you go to upload a video, you have your description, your title, and all the stuff you can put in, and you can upload a custom thumbnail. However, you could go through all of the effort to putting in a custom thumbnail, except that when it shows up on your shorts page, it's not even going to show you that custom thumbnail. It's just going to show you a random image from it, so you don't even really have any control over having a custom thumbnail in these anymore. Unless it shows up in the sidebar or home page, so you'll see two different kind of thumbnails depending on where you're seeing the video. But anyway, in a lot of cases, the fact that you can't control your thumbnail doesn't really matter, because most people who watch shorts are never going to see the thumbnail in the first place, because it's all on autoplay. So something kind of annoying I've seen with these is that when you have your shorts video open, if you actually just scroll down to the next video and to the next video, you're actually changing the URL that you're on. And you're jumping to a completely different web page just by scrolling, which kind of makes it weird if you're like, oh, I need to go back. Like, let me hit the back button up here. And it's just like, I don't know, this is really not how desktop navigation is supposed to work. So now let's talk about the actual analytics of uploading shorts. So normally when you upload videos, it will tell you your views, your click-through rate, and your average view duration. But when it comes to shorts, they'll give you your views, average percentage views, and your likes. So they basically just do not care about your click-through rate at all, which might explain why there's so much crappy quality content when it comes to shorts, because people don't even have to make an effort of drawing people in with a click, because their video will just get played on autoplay anyway. But now let's take a look at some weird analytics. With this channel, a lot of my videos seem to get super random view counts. So most of them will get like in the double digits, maybe around 80 to 100 views. But then every once in a while it'll just blow up to 1,000, or, 20, 30, almost 40,000 views. And it is very clear when a video starts to blow up, because here, let's take a look at this one. So we go into the analytics, and if you look at the view counts, so on the very first day, it's starting out getting like single-digit views, like one at a time every couple hours. And then it just gets like put on the shelf or something, and then just suddenly goes from 20 views to 20,000 views in a few hours. It's just a super sharp spike, and then it will completely flatten out after that too, where it will just stop getting views completely. So I'm pretty sure what happens with this is that YouTube Shorts has their shelf thing. So like if you're on mobile especially, you'll see the shelf where it just it displays some random shorts that you might want to watch. And so it probably puts your video on the shelf for a ton of people to see, or it just puts it in the up next for people that swipe onto the next video. And so it almost seems just completely random that a video will blow up or go nowhere. Because, I mean, even when it comes to looking at the different view counts for all my videos, I wouldn't say that one video is 10,000 times better than another one. But then even to mention like monetization, it can be really hard to make any money off of shorts because you don't have enough watch time to be able to put in like mid-rolls. And so the amount of ads that they can really slide in there is not very high. But yeah, that's just kind of my main concern when it comes to YouTube Shorts, is that it's not a bad idea, and I understand why YouTube is doing it. But it doesn't seem like there's a very good way to integrate it very well. Because, like I said, it's a completely different video format, and they're trying to just drop it into a website that's had a very consistent video style since the beginning. And so I can understand that it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for them to make a completely separate platform for these, but I'd be willing to bet that even the developers aren't super happy with how well it's integrating, as you can tell by the desktop version of a mobile player. But yeah, what do you guys think of YouTube Shorts? I mean, I personally don't really spend any time ever looking through YouTube Shorts. I mean, I come to YouTube because I like long-form content that I can just put on my second monitor and play for a long time. And I just feel like there's hardly ever anything of substance that you can find out of a 15-second video. I mean, occasionally I'll find like a compilation of good shorts, but it seems like just a big time sink that a lot of people like to spend just scrolling through short videos. But anyways, let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you next time, whenever that'll be.